Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm not too bad. We're filming late at the minute, so I'm a wee bit with my coffee, but fine.
Oh no, no. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying. We've got a bit of sun today, which I'm quite thrilled
I know
about.
it's not it's very, very blustery here, but it's relatively it's too bright, in fact, for Zoom. But yeah, I'm not complaining about the weather.
No, not at all. So excitedly, Peaky Blinders is back
I know.
after so long away. How does it feel to return?
It's just great. It's great to finally get it out there after it was gonna happen, then it didn't happen, then it was gonna and all the everythings. And I mean, when I first signed on was like 2018. So it's now 2022, it's actually coming out. So it's just like, I see. I really wasn't lying that I was going to be in the show. I feel like for a long time people were like, yeah, you're not in it, but okay. Like, okay, you'll see. So, and then it was like, then it didn't happen. So it was like, oh my God, it's not going to happen. And then it did. And now it's out. So it feels great.
Oh, that's good because yeah, in season 5 we were just sort of teased about your
Yeah.
character, so it must have been you must have been holding so much back for so long.
So much back because people were like, you thought you were going to be in Peaky, but you're not really in it. And I'm like, no, and it sounds like such a line to go, no, I'll be in the next one. It'll be a bigger part. It's like, oh, that's cute. She thinks she's going to be in it. Oh, she's not. That's really awkward.
Oh, bless her. And now you're in it. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, say, told you. Mic drop.
Well, it's very exciting because I think your character is a really interesting one in season 6. I was wondering if we could sort of explore where we find her and what's going on with Captain Swing, aka Laura McKay.
Well, it's at the start. You obviously find her 4 years ago, like 4 years in season 5. So that's, I mean, and then it jumps. So where you find her in episode 2 is 4 years later, and it's actually the first time they've met. So she did the awful things, or had them, or sanctioned the awful things 4 years ago, and so that I wonder if people quite grasped how epic that first meeting at his rally was, because that takes some balls. They could have just took the absolute head off her, because she killed everyone and she killed some of the most important family members, and she just strolls in on her own. Is she armed? Is she not? Like, so that's where we find her. But they have been doing business together, I imagine, via telephone, just via Zooms and emails, for 4 years. So that's where, I guess, that's where you find them. So then where do they go is another thing.
Yeah, I find that scene that you were talking about my favorite so far, because it's just this little pint-sized woman walking into this rally full of angry men around her.
Yes, very riled up people. I mean, she's just got the absolute balls of a rhino. I mean, she's so nervy, like the nerve of steel. I mean, everything that I am not. I mean, yeah. But I guess she's got that thing that I think I completely don't agree with a lot of her politics, but she's got that thing of she so deeply, deeply believes in what she's doing that, when she says about the bodies kind of being his collateral damage, that's kind of what she thinks, because she sees the greater picture of her cause and is not afraid to die for it. So I think when you take a bit like Tommy, when you don't have that huge fear of dying, you're like, you'll do anything. So that's, I mean, it's amazing to play.
Yeah.
And like Arthur's there, and there's other Peaky Blinders there. Like, he's surrounded and she's on her own. Just tootling in, balls of steel.
And it's what makes it somewhat terrifying at the same time, because she's just so unpredictable at this point.
Yeah. And she is unpredictable. And I think the fact that she has taken out people like that close to him without batting really an eyelid. I mean, it's so clear to her that happened, that as far as she's concerned, that is Tommy's fault. He is his his inability to see his limitations is absolutely, anyone who around him who dies, that's his fault. And like, she's like, that's not on me. So enjoy that, hon. Don't annoy me. Let's do business.
Oh, it's amazing. I find that the political landscape we have in Peaky Blinders right now so fascinating. What research did you look into? Because there's so many.
Yeah, I mean, it's a minefield, and you could go into it forever, but then you hit walls because some of what we're doing is historic poetic license, because it's in Ireland, it's not entirely accurate that you'd be a member of the IRA and a member of the Blue Shirt Party, because they were kind of mutually exclusive. They didn't agree. Their politics didn't agree. You had people that were in the IRA who left and joined the Blue Shirts, but they weren't in the two parties at the same time that I could find. So my research was mostly that, and I brought that to Steve, and we and Killian, we ironed out a few things and made some more conditional script changes, whereas things were maybe written as fact, and we were like, let's maybe make that conditional rather than fact, because like it is just like, so is not fact. So like things like that. For my part, that's I stuck to my own part of it. And then you just know what you know, surrender the rest. And then it's a TV show. I mean, it's a fictional TV show rooted in truths, but it's not a documentary. So that's kind of what you have to do, I guess.
Yeah, sort of embellish it. Enjoy the kind of research,
Yeah,
but embellish it with your own little characters.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it is definitely rooted in some accuracies and stuff. And you know, I was talking earlier that I believe if we were to go on another, you know, few years down the line, I would imagine her and Moseley would start to diverge in politics, because at the minute they're seemingly on a similar, you know, nationalist kind of. I don't think she likes him much at all. I wouldn't say she loves the English much at all, considering her cause is United Ireland, and you know, by any means. But yeah, so but it's a really interesting, and when we were, and this was before what's happening right now with Ukraine, we talked about it with Stevens, and we talked about the mirrors of what started to happen, and then what started to happen, and it's everything that's happening now. And it's terrifying, and that there was no way of knowing that. I mean, that'll be a topic for Steve, but it's kind of eerie.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question, because the political insuredness of nowadays and how it's been sort of building up over the couple of years. I mean, obviously you filmed before all this happened, but was there anything from like Trump's era, the Tories, or anything that was happening?
Yeah, we did talk about stuff like that. Well, it was more Steve, and Steve could speak phenomenally more articulately than I can on the topic, because he's way more versed, particularly on the English politics side. But he talked a lot about when he was doing his research, and how he started to see these how, you know, he was doing research from back then, and he was like, wait a minute, but that's like that slogan that they had, or that, you know, that whatever that political party's agenda that they were trumpeting that time is, wait a minute, that's like what they're saying now. And then, well, hold on, if we look back at that led to World War II. And this was before what's happening now. And we all had a real, that's really scary. Like, that's really close to the bone. And I mean, now look at where we are. It's just terrifying. I don't know if things are just cyclical, or it's like a cogs in a machine. I don't know what the hell. It's really scary.
And therefore, this makes your show kind of a very a good look at the human nature and cyclic nature of politics and violence.
Yeah, totally. It does. There seems to be it's very cyclical. Yeah, just human nature and ego and power and control and money and crashes, and then cranking it up again, and then it's It doesn't bear too much thinking about because you wouldn't get out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we should move on to a more other question before.
Yeah.
But I was what I find fascinating about this season as well is there seems to be a lot of talk about women behind the men on the forefront of politics. How is that with your character? Because it's got your character, we've got Lady Diane and all that, and they seem to be the ones that are pulling the threads more so.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that is probably rather historically probably accurate. It's just that there's not much about it. I mean, there is obviously about Diana Minford and stuff, but you know, of all the women, there was, as we know, so many women were written out of history. So I would say there was, I mean, it's not news that women are formidable and clever and amazing and awful and all the same things men are. It's just that men have been on the forefront of the face of history on it. So I would say now, I don't know that there were commanders at my level, at, you know, Captain Swing's level back then. I know there was a guy that I've very much put in my head as who she is based on what he got up to, because he was from the same town, the same everything, followed a similar trajectory she did. So that gave me some boots to step into, but there was a man. But yeah, I mean, we know little about the women in history of pulling the strings, but the ones that we do know about are very present, and I think there's no doubt that it's nice to see them doing it. It's nice to see it in a show, but I would imagine they were very much there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it feels weird to go from a question about women to a question particularly about a specific man. But yeah. What's it like working again with Killian Murphy on your scenes?
It's just, I love it. I mean, I'd love more. He's got such a great, very calm, very present, very on it, like very on it. You know, I had, as I said, that I had some, I don't want to say issues, that sounds dramatic, but I had some things where I was going, ooh, I don't know, but you know, from the Irish history side, I was like, this is really like jarring to me, because it's like, really, what should I do? And he was immediately there, and he was like, you know, you're absolutely right. And I was like, oh. And he was like, you need to email Steve. And I was like, I'm not emailing Steve. You get fired. I'm not getting fired. I'm new here. But he was like, no. He was like, it's totally, and you know, I felt very heard, very valid, very, you know, he's just lovely. He's just down to earth, professional, funny. He's cool. Like, he's cool. I would say he's really cool.
That's amazing. Yeah. So it's final question. There's so much, I'm assuming, coming up, and I know you can't talk about it. So is there any particular episode that we should like look out for?
I'm excited if I have my numbers right, because I thought last week's episode, I thought that was episode 3. So as my husband would say, take everything I'm about to tell you, and that and $2.50 to get you on the subway. I want to say 4 and 6. But like, I could be wrong, because I thought I was in 1, 3, 4, and 6. I was like, I'm in this week's episode.
We just like every episode because we're not sure.
Yeah, totally.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. I can't wait to see what Captain Swing gets up to in season 6.
I know, and I'm so sorry. Sorry for everything she's done.
What she's about to do.
Yeah. Everything she's done, what she's about to do. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey